The Acquisition View Instrument Settings window is a new beta feature available in SoftMax Pro 6.5. The Acquisition View uses a workflow design with drag-and-drop tools to configure your instrument settings. Although the Acquisition View can only be used to control the i3 and i3X instruments, anyone can access the Acquisition View by setting their instrument connection to i3X under Simulation mode. To open the Acquisition View, simply click on the Instrument Settings button. You may switch between the Standard or Acquisition View. Any changes you make in one view will also be made in the other view. To set up a new acquisition sequence, click Clear All. The toolbox contains your acquisition read modes, actions, and iterations. In this example, I will set up a Fluorescence Kinetic assay, so I will click on the Fluorescence icon and drag it to the sequence area. Here you will be presented with options to use the internal i3X monochromator or any of your installed fluorescence-based cartridges. Next, select the read type you wish to use. Here is the default Fluorescence Kinetic sequence. The main horizontal sequence line indicates the actions the instrument will execute between the start and end of the acquisition sequence. The vertical line displays the settings of the selected read mode. You may add actions to the main sequence from the toolbox. To add the plate height optimization action, click and drag the optimization icon to the sequence line. Because the plate height optimization must occur before the fluorescence read begins, as the no symbol indicates, I will place the icon first on the sequence line. If I want the plate to shake before measuring the fluorescence intensity, I will place the shake icon before the read step. At this point in my acquisition sequence, the instrument will run the plate height optimization step, shake the plate, then measure the fluorescence intensity values. To edit the read mode settings, hover over the icon and click on the pencil. After making your changes, click outside the window. Here you can modify the wavelengths, kinetic time and kinetic intervals, add a plate shake between the kinetic reads, and make adjustments to your PMT and optics settings. The settings options presented to you will change depending on the read mode and read type you select. At the top of the window, you can select your plate size and your plate type, specify whether your plate has a lid or not, and make adjustments to your plate dimensions. Here, you can set the read area and determine your read order. By default, the instrument will read the entire plate before beginning the next time point or wavelength. For fast kinetic assays, you can change the iteration from plate to well by well. Well by well iterations are also useful for spectral scans and area scans. If you would like to remove an action or change the acquisition mode, click on the red X. Now my sequence is not valid because I am missing an acquisition step. I will correct this by selecting another acquisition mode. Now that I have changed from fluorescence to absorbance, I need to modify my plate selection to a clear bottom plate. Again, I can edit the wavelength settings, and now I am presented with different settings options for an absorbance read. To use the Scan Later Western Blot Detection cartridge for a Western blot membrane read, or to acquire cell images with the Minimax imaging cytometer, please continue to use the standard view. These changes are paving the way to include exciting new read mode features for a future version of SoftMax Pro. With changes like this, we need your feedback to make the new Acquisition View settings window intuitive, fast, and a feature that you enjoy using. Please try out the new Acquisition View and let us know what you think by sending your feedback and questions to smpfeedback@moldev.com.